Hello students, welcome to this session. In this session we are going to discuss the second chapter of C++ subject. Now as you know, the first chapter has been discussed by our colleague Ms. Bhagilakshmi madam. Now I will be discussing the second chapter, which is VC++. The chapter's name is C++ features. Now in this chapter today I am going to discuss the topics like what is character set, what is tokens, what is keywords and what is identifiers. The first topic is character set. Character set, as the name says, character set says like what are the different types of characters that you are going to use in the program, that is VC++ program, that we are going to see or we are going to consider it as character set. As you know, while you are studying C programming, you have already seen some set of character set. The same set of characters that you are going to use in C++ also. Now coming back to this character set, it will be broadly divided into like different types of alphabets that you are going to use. That is capital A to Z, that is capital Z and small z. Again, coming back to digits, we are going to have different types of characters between 0 to 9. And again, we are going to have special characters. What are the different types of special characters you are going to use? All the special characters that you are going to use, like your operators, plus, minus, multiplication, division, and your greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, all those symbols will be considering it as special characters. Apart from that, other special characters like tilde symbol, not. So all those are the special characters that you are going to use, like say for example brackets. These are considered as special characters. Again, after this, you are going to use one more type of special characters or character set, which is white space. White space is like your space that you are going to use, or when you want to provide more than one space, we will be using tab, or when you are using these characters like /n, which is, as you know, it is new line character. And again, we are going to use some other special character like /r. /r is carry as return. So return in the sense, it is simply like your enter key. When you press any enter key, it will go to the next line. The same thing, it is called as carriage return. So all these are the different types of character set that you are going to use in C++ programming. Now coming back to the next topic, which is tokens. So tokens is nothing but smallest unit of a statement. So whenever I say statement is any line of code which is executable, that is considered as statement. As you know, like say for example, you have studied something like comments in your C programming. What is comment? So comment is nothing but the line of statement that is not executed, that is only for the purpose of to make the programming much readable. We will be using comments, which is not executed. If you consider any other things, like say if you write hash include, or when you declare a variable, or when you write printf, those things are considered as statements because those are executable. Now in a statement, the smallest unit will be considering it as tokens. So simply to say, tokens are the smallest unit of a statement. For example, if I take any simple statement like integer a comma b. Now if I declare like this is written in a single line, that is considered as what? That is considered as a statement. In this statement, I am going to divide this into smallest units. Like first integer. Integer is what? It is a data type. It is a data type, and it is also called as what? It is also like keyword. Right? Integer is a keyword. Again, you have next, there is a space. There is a white space there. It will be followed by one more character, which is a variable. That is a. Again, it is followed by a special character, which is comma. which is a special character, again a variable b, and that will be followed by a special character which is semicolon. As you know, semicolon indicates what? The end of that particular statement. End of the statement is indicated by semicolon. Now, so this is nothing but tokens. So in this statement I have how many tokens? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a single statement like this I have total of 6 tokens. Now I hope you understood what is the meaning of tokens. Tokens is the smallest individual units of any statement will be considering it as tokens. Now, what are the different types of tokens we have that we are going to discuss one by one. In that, first type of token we have is called as keywords. What is keyword? Keyword is a special string or a special word which has some specific function. For example, if I consider this statement, in this statement I have integer. What is int? Int is some set of characters, that is int, some set of word. So this word will have some specific function. What is that function? This specifies that these variables a and b are of what data type? It is of integer data type. So that is, keywords are the special words which will have some specific function. Now in C++, there are all those keywords that you are going to use in C program, we are going to use in C++ also. There will be some added keywords that we are going to see in your coming chapters. I will just give a few keywords, like we are going to use the keywords like class, we are going to use the keyword like private, public, protected, and this will be followed by some other statements like some other keywords like try and catch block, catch statement. So these are the new types of keyword that you are going to see in C++, which you will be using frequently. Now as you see in C++, we have studied in the previous chapter, like C++ is object oriented programming language. Since it is object oriented programming language, we will be providing security for data. So we will be providing security for the data. Since we need to provide security for the data, we will be using these keywords like private or public or protected. So these things we are going to see in your next chapters. Now hope this is clear. Just understand, keywords are nothing but special words which have some specific function. Keywords will be like specific words will have some specific function. Now then followed by identifiers. What is identifier? Identifier is the names that you are going to give for a variable or a function or any kind of user defined type. So for any kind of user definitions or for any kind of functions or variables, what name you are going to specify, that name is considered as identifier. Example, the same example if I consider, I have A, I have B. Now A and B or both are generally considered as what? Is considered as identifier. So identifiers are the names that you are going to specify for like variables, functions or any kind of user defined types. If you are going to use some names, those will be considered as identifiers. Now while you specify the identifiers, we are going to follow some set of rules while specifying the identifiers. These rules are similar to that of the rules that you are going to use in C programming. So I will discuss some set of rules. So what are the rules of defining an identifier? While defining an identifier, first thing is you can use any characters. What we have discussed, characters. Under that characters you can use any characters from capital A to capital Z or small a to small z. You can use any of these characters. Okay, and you can also use the digits between 0 to 9. Again, second rule is like always this identifiers should always start with, that is, it should start with either alphabet or it should start with underscore. Okay, so this is not hyphen, this is underscore. So any identifier name that you are going to use, it should be either starting with the alphabet or it should be starting with an underscore. Third thing, it should not start with digit, that is 0 to 9. It should not start with any kind of digit. Next, fourth thing is, like, if you want to give an identifier name, it should be it can be of any length. So we can have of any length. If you consider C program, in C program identifiers will be of 32 characters. So the length of the identifier will be of 32 characters, but in C++ you can give the identifier name of any length. And again, so for example, fifth one is no keywords are allowed. No keywords are allowed. So this is like the rules of naming the identifiers. So hope this is clear. I'll just give you some examples. Like if I want to name some variable, if I write something like this, S12. Now if you observe, I'm using both alphabets as well as digits. Now this is valid because first I am starting with the alphabet and it will be followed by digit. Now the same thing, if I try to write something like this, 12S, this is invalid because it should not start with digits. It should start with alphabet or underscore. The same thing you can also write something like this. If I write underscore 12, this is valid because it is starting with underscore. Okay, fine. So these two are clear. And length, you can give of any length. Suppose I can name something like C programming. Now this acts as a single variable which will store integer data type. Okay, so this is the identifier or a variable name which will store integer value. Again, no keywords are allowed. Say for example, like if I try to define something like if or something like while, and if I try to do something like this, it is invalid. Like say I cannot use keywords, so I should use the variable names or identifier names which is not keywords. Hope this is clear. I am not going to make the video lengthy, so I am going to stop here with the 4 topics. In the next session I am going to discuss further topics. Thank you.